Hi everyone, I thought I'd give an update of me camping trip because it turned out to be some sort of a survival trip in the end, because I got a lift from a friend of mine to basically just halfway down Snake Pass. There's a bit of a trail that you can go through the forest, and there's loads of nice places around there, but there's no phone reception anywhere. There's just no signal anywhere. So if anyone has an accident, it's a bit of a bad place to have an accident because you haven't got phone signal until you get back down into Glossop. So yeah, I didn't know that when I went there. So I thought up on the road probably be able to get some sort of signal, but no, there isn't any, and I found out the hard way because I got dropped off down there, went through the forest in the pitch black. As you've seen on my other video, what I've just I posted the other night. Yeah, basically my tent were knackered. I did end up sort of like bodging it up for the time being just so I had shelter. But then with the snow and everything else, the temperatures dropped below minus temperatures. Because I was right down in the valley on the opposite side of the forest. I'd gone all the way, trekked all the way through the forest, got to the campsite where the area that I was camping, and basically, yeah, it was snowing, it was freezing. I'd lit a fire to keep me warm, but as soon as I got back in the tent, it was just, you could feel the temperature change. And I ended up having to get in an emergency sleeping bag, which is like the emergency foil blankets that you get. I ended up having to use 2 of them emergency blankets as well as the emergency sleeping bag because it dropped to that low temperature. I could feel myself basically ready to go unconscious with the cold. So it got really dangerous to the extent where I nearly called it and sort of like made me way back to the top, but I didn't. I stayed there the night. I do have some sort of survival skills anyway, so they kicked in straight away because obviously if I didn't do that, I'd probably have hypothermia and be unconscious, still lay there now. Yeah, it was a really bad moment, and to say there's no phone signal there, they need to put some phone mast down there so people have got signal, because if someone has an accident down there or something, they need to be able to phone for help. But to say like I had that sort of a bad night and it dropped to them sort of temperatures, I ended up making another fire, building another fire up and everything, getting warm back up, and I did that throughout the night. Didn't sleep much. Then in the morning, I packed all my stuff up, walked all the way through the forest again, and one moment. Sorry about that, I just got disturbed. Yeah, basically, yeah, it's a dangerous place there, but I ended up packing up in the morning. I trekked all the way back through the forest with 2 big rucksacks on my back. Now I've just bought a new 65 litre Carrymore camping rucksack sort of thing. That was filled to the brim. I've got an ex-military rucksack as well that was filled to the brim, and I was carrying both on my own, trekking through this forest. And then I got back up to the main road where I got dropped off, and then I realised there were no phone signal still. So I was like, shit, I'm a bit stranded here now. So what I did try to do was flag some taxis down, and one Uber pulled over. No word of lie. I told the guy that I had no phone signal to phone like my friend to come and pick me back up, and the guy went, sorry, can't help, and drove off. Even though I told him that I'd sort of like got no phone signal, I'm stranded there and everything, just did nothing to help. So that's an Uber driver, guys. This shit. So if Uber's watching this, sort your drivers out, because if someone's trying sort of like get a lift in a remote area, they need help. And end of the day, I just thought, sack it. I'm not gonna sort of like get any help from any taxi drivers pulling up or anything on there, because it's a 50 zone anyway, innit? So they fly past. So I got all my stuff back on my bag, on my back, and then headed off walking up Snakes Pass. Carried on walking until I got to Glossop, and then I eventually got phone signal. It is a long way from where I was to Glossop, but I just thought, sack it. Got my stuff on my back and ended up walking. And when I finally got phone signal, I was able to sort of like phone my friends come and pick us up. So then it was a case of, I just thought, yeah, everything's sorted now. Until I got home, had a shower, got in bed, resting and everything. And then when I'd woke up, I couldn't move. My whole body was just basically in pain because of everything I'd trekked through and done. And, you know, I mean, going through the forest, it's all terrain, and, you know, it is a harder trek when you've got big bags on your back, and, you know, you're having to carry all that weight as well as trek through a forest area and over hills and everything, you know, to do things. But yeah, it turned out to be a bit of a survival sort of course, really, instead of you know, a bit of survival training, to be honest. But I mean, I've done survival in the past and everything, so it wasn't too bad. But the pain from having to carry them bags everywhere, and, you know, I mean, my shoulders are killing, my back's killing, my legs are killing, my leg muscles are just like, they are constantly sort of like tensed all the time. That's how they feel now because of all the walking I've done. But I'm just one of them people. Should never give up on anything. If that's your goal, work on it. And yeah, just keep going. Just keep looking forward and never look back, because that's all you can do in life. You know, if everything in the past isn't for you or doesn't want to be a part of you, then you've got no choice but to keep going forward. So keep going forward, guys. Keep smiling, keep positive, and just keep sort of like, keep your head up high, and you'll eventually get there in the end. So see you in a bit, guys, and I hope if you go down there, make sure you don't need your phone for anything, because you will not get any signal on Snakes Pass. So, alright guys, see you in a bit. Stay safe.